Good evening, friends. It's Lisa Maynard. Welcome to Kit Crush Wednesday. I'm so glad you're joining me tonight. I'm going to wait for a couple minutes for people to jump on and find us. We're going to be looking at a new kit tonight called Thank You Kindly, and it has no stamping involved. So it's just everything's included and no stamping. We're just going to be assembling these cards, and they're so pretty. So again, waiting for people to jump on a little bit. We're just going to hang out. If you jump on, and when you jump on, give me a thumbs up or tell me hi or let me know you're watching so I know that you're there. So I see that a couple people have jumped on, so we're going to go ahead and turn the camera around, and I'm going to show you these cards from the Thank You Kindly kit, and they are absolutely stunning. So let's go ahead and turn the camera around. And there we go. These are the two different designs from the Thank You Kindly kit, and they are absolutely amazing. It's white on white on white with the black sentiment, and there's gold in just little gold lines, and there's kind of like a laser cut out piece of this leaf here, and the paper is it's almost a silky feeling. I know you cannot see that on the camera or anything, and the circles have a texture to them, and I can't even describe to you, nor can you know how cool these are until you touch them. But then we have the other one, and they're both thank yous. No stamping, it's just assembly. This is a rose, and again, die cut, little foil in there, and it's layer upon layer upon layer, and a layering textured piece behind it. And then the envelope that matches is again gorgeous, a textured envelope with this beautiful gold foil line around it. So they're just stunning. I can't say enough about these. I wasn't sure when I saw them online if I was going to like them, and once I got them and put these together, they're one of my favorite cards. In fact, my daughter needed a thank you card for a gift, and I mailed the thank you card to her in Virginia so she could mail the thank you card to the person who sent them a gift for their engagement. So I would recommend these for anyone. So with that, I'm going to set these aside. We're going to bring in the kit. I'm going to pull those down so it doesn't affect that a little bit. So there, we're going to do it just like that. Okay, we're going to bring in the kit, and I'm going to show you what's inside like we always do. I feel like people like this. Of course, we have in this kit, we have tear and tape. This is pretty much like the mini glue dots, but it's in a tape form, and it works really well. And then of course we have our stamp and dimensionals, the little foam pieces that pop your designs up. We have the all important, if I can get them out of here, instructions, which I have followed for this kit, and they have all of the instructions included in that. Then we also have these sentiments. They're already printed for you, gold foil on a black, gorgeous. Then we have a layering piece. These are circles, more layering pieces. We also have the leaves and more of the die cut pieces. They separated these with tissue paper, and I think it was because to keep them just nice and pristine. Then we have our cards and envelopes. So with that, I'm just going to put everything back in here and keep this out and set this aside. Now we're only going to need two things that I used to create these cards. And one was my paper snips, because even though it's tear and tape, I like to cut them, and I'm going to take your pick tool, and I'll show you what we do with those in a minute. So let's bring in all the parts and pieces. This is the first card. I guess I should say my bone folder too, and the parts and pieces. So let's go ahead, fold this card over like we normally do, and we're going to burnish it here with my bone folder, just like so. Now that just makes it flat, if you're worried about getting a line on here from your bone folder, you can always put a piece of paper over it to burnish that. Hi, Vanita, I'm glad you're here. But you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. It's fine. So we're going to start all the parts and pieces of this kit. Most of them have the tear and tape on them, and I've already assembled all of those and put the tear and tape on there, so you don't have to do that, or so that you don't have to watch me do that, because it's not fun to watch. So, but I did learn a tip when I did the Creative 8 retreat put on by 4 awesome demos, and that is that I used to just put the tear and tape on, and then I'm going to show you, and then I would try and get the backing off. Well, I learned a little trick, and this is what I learned. If you take your bone folder and you burnish, you just rub over that tear and tape a little bit with your bone folder. I'm going to show you something. It's pretty amazing. I couldn't figure out why one demonstrator could pick up the backing so easily. Well, I'd never watched her before, and what she does, look at that. She burnishes the tear and tape so that it sits down. Look at how easy that's coming up. It's almost just take it in the middle, pick it up, comes off. So quick tip for you, burnish your tear and tape with a bone folder or something, and then it's super easy to get the backing off of it, and you're not fighting with it. Plus it adheres really well to whatever you have it on, and it just makes it easier to work with. So we're going to go ahead and stick this on here, place it. It's going to go in the middle. This is a textured piece, and again, I don't know if you can see that, but it is white on white on white. It's gorgeous. Next, this is the layered rose, and so I did burnish all of these, but not that one. So this is the next piece of our layered pattern that we're going to put on. And again, these are just super elegant. I can't speak highly enough of them. I just love them. So let's hope I'm in the picture. Okay. Now this is going to layer, and I did follow the directions for layering placement. The directions weren't particularly great about if you should put this on the card first or if you should layer it. But I decided that I wanted to put the pieces on the card and then build it up. So that's what I'm doing. You can do it however you want. So we're going to go ahead and put those are leaves under our rose. And then we're going to go ahead and take the backing off of these. Now there is a front and a back to these. This is the back. There's no gold on this side. If you turn it over, you can see the gold foil. So be mindful of that when you're putting your tear and tape on there so that you don't put it on the wrong side. And then I did kind of follow the instructions. This piece is going to lay, so this part is going to kind of go over that just a little bit. We're gonna just line that up almost, and we're gonna put that right about like so, right like that. Then we're going to come in with our last piece here, and this is the middle of our rose, and we're going to take the backing off of this. This is super easy to do once I learned that trick. Now, when we place this part of the rose, if you can see there's a white part right there, this basically fits right in that part, that white area. And I just kind of gauge where I want it. And it kind of lines up with those, with the contours that are there. And so I kind of just did it like that. And look at how beautiful that is. It's absolutely gorgeous. So to finish this off, we are going to use our thank you sentiment with a couple Stampin' Dimensionals on the back of it. That's the only part of this that's popped up. And it just absolutely adds, it's so elegant. And I love the black on the white. And that's the only color you have. So there's our first card. absolutely stunning. I love, love this kit. I'm sure I'm going to be getting more. So let's go ahead and do the second card, and we have all of our parts and pieces. Now that was landscape. This is going to be portrait. So we're going to go ahead and burnish this on both sides. I like to do both sides just to make sure it's flat. Turn this around, and again, we've got all of our parts and pieces, and I'm going to start with the biggest circle first and go ahead. All of the pieces again have the tear and tape on them. I do like the tear and tape sometimes more than the mini glue dots because you can cover a larger amount of area, and it seems to just adhere a little better. So these are going to be offset a little bit. So they're not going to be centered. We're going to put them right about here. So if you can tell, it's kind of to the side, but oh, that's hard to say. I didn't stamp the thank you, Mary. It's all pre-printed. So this is a kit that doesn't come with stamping. It's all done for you. So all the sentiments are pre-printed. All you're doing is assembling. So it's super easy. Anyone can do this. So I have the circle here, and we're going to put another circle on, and we're going to go ahead, take the backing off of this. So they're just going to be layered a little bit and offset just a tad, kind of sort of like this. And it's probably hard to see. I'm sorry, I'm not getting that in there. So there we have our first circle and our second circle. In person, you can see these so much better. Again, our leaf design, be mindful of the gold on the front, and the tear and tape goes on the back where there isn't any gold. So I'm gonna try and quickly take the backing off of this so we can get going on finishing this card up. This one only has a leaf on it, but again, it's absolutely stunning. Oh my goodness. I really, really just enjoyed this kit, and you really can't tell how gorgeous this is until you get it in person. So let's set it right about in there, like so, just like that. And then we're going to come in with our thank you. And that was in script. This is just in a print text. Make sure that I have that centered or turned the right way. And we're going to come in right about here and put our thank you right there. And there is our second card. It's a little off. Let's move that up a little bit. There we go. That's better. So there's our second card. These are the cards, friends. They're absolutely gorgeous. I wish you could feel them, and the camera does not do them justice, nor for the envelope. They're absolutely gorgeous. You get 4 of each design, so 8 cards total for an incredible price. And I hope you liked these cards as much as I do. So I'm going to finish up. I'm going to turn this camera around. And as I'm finishing up, I will tell you, thank you for tuning in. I'll put the link to these cards in the comments after we're done with the live. So if you're looking at getting these cards, the link will be there where you can just click on it and purchase them if you'd like. And also I have a card workshop that I am doing here in Billings on February 22nd. And I'll put that link in there if you're in town. I'd love for you to join me. You have until the week before to register. So I've got the projects all made, but it's going to be a surprise. I'm not sharing any sneak peeks this time. So when you show up, it's going to be a surprise on all 4 of the projects we're going to do. So with that, thank you so much for tuning in. Please mention me to your friends. Tune in here every Wednesday at 7. And next week, we'll be taking a look at some Valentine cards. So thanks for joining, friends. Have a nice evening. Bye.